I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be how to become a more successful man. I got an email here from a guy who was a viewer, and he says, "Hey Corey, love the blog, and I've been reading and watching nonstop for the past few weeks, and I'm halfway through your book. Good job." He says, "I was raised by an insanely passive father, and as a result, over my high school years and early work years, I developed a passive life, avoiding all forms of confrontation, anxiety disorders, being weak with women, and being scared to stand up to women, low self-esteem, and so on. Although I have come to terms with the relationship with my father, and I love him to bits, I am in the process of developing the dominant and assertive personality that I've always wanted in the person I know I am. And your website, and you specifically, is exactly what I've been looking for." Well, thank you. "Your beliefs, your demeanor, your mindset, and so on are exactly what I aspire to. Phrases such as, I just don't give a fuck what others think. You have to own who you are. Be centered. Just say what you fucking mean. And so on strike such a strong chord with me. Even little things like just how you talk wherever you are, as in no hushing your voice because there's people around." Yeah, it's like, I really don't give a shit what other people think. And I can tell sometimes, I'll see the people, you just, their reaction, they just, because I'm so blunt and brutally honest, it's like the way I am on camera is the way I am in public. And this is the way I am with my friends and family. And people never say anything to me. So here's my question. Other than weak people that know me, they're saying, "Well, please don't talk that way because so-and-so is going to get offended." And I'm going, really? You really asking me to change who I am so your friend doesn't feel uncomfortable? I mean, at the end of the day, words only have the meaning that you give them. It's just some other person or position that they made themselves submissive to said that saying particular words was something you shouldn't do. I mean, give me a fucking break. What a bunch of bullshit. I'm not into political correctness at all. He says, so here's my question. How would you advise going from being a beta man to a dominant male? And if you were passing down nuggets of wisdom to a child on how to be a man, what would you say? Well, I would say the number one most important thing in the world, the most important thing in your life, in order to be the most successful man that you can be, in other words, in order to reach your full potential, is you have to focus on doing something for a living that you have a passion for, something that you love, something that your heart compels you to do, something that's emotionally compelling to the type. It's like the type of thing that makes you shake when you think about it, the type of thing that brings tears to your eyes when you imagine what it would be like to one day be accomplishing the things you want to accomplish and doing the things you want to accomplish and doing it with the kind of people you want to be doing it with. And what I'm talking about is a man's purpose, and it's more than just your job. It's what you do. It's what you have a passion for, almost like you feel it's like you were put on this earth to do this particular thing. That's the number one most important thing a guy's got to focus on. And notice I didn't say anything about chicks or women or any of that stuff, or money or success or any of that. I talked about your purpose in life. That's the number one most important thing, is to find what you're passionate about. Find your passion. And I've done some articles. I wrote an article called, let me try to think, Goal Setting That Works. You should Google Goal Setting That Works and find the article in the YouTube video that I did on that, on just how to set goals that are emotionally compelling, and so you'll follow through on them, because that's really important and critical. Because as a man, when you focus on your goals and your dreams and the things that excite you in life, because masculine energy is all about purpose, drive, mission, goals, achieving, succeeding in life, that makes you incredibly sexy to women. Women love a guy who has ambition, a guy who has a passion for what he talks about. Just like the reason I do these videos, I love doing this shit. I'm excited. That's why I always have this fucking shit-eating grin on my face like a little kid. I'm always smiling in my videos, because it's like, sometimes I just want to pinch myself because I think it's just so cool. Like, I'm talking this little piece of plastic and glass, and people all over the world can see it, and I can impact not only their lives, but the lives of everybody that they interact with. I think that's awesome. I think that's amazing. And so if I'm talking to a woman or a total stranger, about what I do, they can see the excitement. They go, God, you're really excited to listen to you talk about these things. I mean, you have such a passion for it. It's hot. I mean, when women are around, the guys that exude this kind of energy are guys that are all, because you want to know what an alpha male is. It's captain of the football team energy. It's a guy that goes after what he wants and he's not afraid. He's fearless. I mean, you look at football, it's a pretty fucking violent sport, and I mean, there's plenty of people every year that get hurt and totally fucked up for life playing that game, but they do it and they risk it because they love it, because they have a passion for it. And that's what's exciting to women about men that go for it, is because they're risking danger. I mean, it's dangerous to start a business. It's dangerous to quit your job and start that company. It's dangerous to leave the easy job and go work for a startup because you believe in the vision of the company. The idea is you got to do something you have a passion for because it makes you feel alive. And so wherever you go, you're excited. Your relationship will precede you. Women will hear about you. They'll come up and approach you and give you their number and ask you for your number. They'll come right out and ask you out on dates. Why? Because they don't encounter a lot of guys that are like that have that energy. I mean, think about it. Why did everybody want to talk to the captain of the football team in high school? Well, because he usually was pretty funny. He usually knew some jokes. He usually was a pretty happy guy. He was well-liked. Most of the time, at least like the guys that I went to high school with, I love my high school buddies. They were a great bunch of fucking guys. And a lot of them I still talk to this day, 20-something years later. And why did I hang out with those guys? Because they were fun. They liked to drink. They liked to have a good time. They liked chicks. All the chicks liked them. And so when you're around people like this, you just naturally feel better. You naturally want to be around them. So become the kind of person that you want to attract. So as you become a more successful man and you become happier in your life, you'll be walking, strutting your stuff, walking tall, walking proud through the mall just because you love your life and you're excited about the fact you got plenty of money in the bank account. And so you can go drop a couple $100s and buy an expensive designer shirt. Why? Just because you like the way it looks on you. And you have swagger, and that just women can see that, can sense the presence of a dominant male as he walks into the room, and everybody will notice you. And so that would be the one thing that I would say is the most important thing that you can focus on. Because if you can focus on that, if you can focus on chasing something that you're passionate about and you're excited about it, even though it may take you 10 or 20 years to develop or create your vision to make it a reality, women will still find you along the way in your journey, and they'll still be just as drawn to your passion when you haven't achieved it as they will when you've got all these things that you want. Because you want a woman in your life that supports you, that believes in you, that believes in your purpose, that she's cheering for you, she's rooting you on, she's proud of you, she thinks you're awesome, she looks up to you, you inspire her. That's the kind of woman that you want in your life. And so that's the number one most important thing to focus on. And just use, so if you can focus on that, when you meet women, you'll just encounter them in your daily life. And by using the things I talk about in my book, you'll answer all their questions right. You'll pass all of their tests. They'll want to be around you, and you'll be successful, and you'll be a lot happier. Because the more successful you become in life, the more successful you become with women, just the happier and the more balanced and the more pleasant life is. So if you have a question that you want to ask me, or there's a topic you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max detailing your questions, your situation, your challenges, and just give me several days to get back to you with a response, because I get a lot of email from the internet, and I also get a lot of it from my paying phone coaching customers. But be patient, and I will get back to you. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is going to be to book a paid phone coaching session. And you can do that by clicking the Products tab, which is going to be at the top of your screen on any page of my website, and just follow the instructions. And if you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook, it only takes 60 seconds to download it to your smartphone or any electronic device. On my website, underneath the email sign-up box, is a link that will take you directly to the Amazon Kindle download page. And I will talk to you soon.